Look, the biggest financial decision of your life can also become the source of your biggest regrets. We've all heard the horror stories, that gorgeous dream home that turns into a financial nightmare of surprises and repairs, hidden fees, and just overwhelming buyer's remorse. It happens all the time because buyers totally get caught up in the excitement and skip simple but critical steps before they sign on that dotted line. But that is not going to happen to you today. I'm Inspector Q from Pro Inspect Solutions, and with over a decade in the real estate game, I've seen how a little prep work can save you thousands. Today, I'm sharing the 7 crucial steps that will protect your investment and give you the peace of mind that every new home buyer deserves. So before you fall in love with that house, before you even think about making an offer, we need to talk. These are 7 things you absolutely have to do to protect your investment, dodge those expensive surprises, and buy your next home with total and complete confidence. This isn't just another list of tips, this is a shield of protection. Let's get radically honest about your financial reality, and it has nothing to do about what home you want to look at. It's all about looking at your bank account. And I'm not just talking about what a lender says you can borrow. I'm talking about what you can actually comfortably afford. So many buyers make the huge mistake of just focusing on the mortgage payment. But trust me, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You need a realistic budget that looks at your entire financial world, your income, job security, savings, and every single monthly expense. Then you have to factor in the true cost of owning a home. This means property taxes, homeowners insurance, possible HOA fees, utilities, and everyone forgets about the maintenance. A good rule of thumb is to budget about 1% to 4% of the home's value every year just to keep up with the maintenance. Lenders often use something called the 28-36 rule. Your housing costs should be more than 28% of your gross monthly income, and all your debt combined shouldn't top 36%. Knowing your debt to income or your DTI ratio is key, since most lenders want to see this below 43% just to approve you. So before you do anything else, sit down with a spreadsheet and get brutally honest about what you can handle long term. That's the clarity, and that's the foundation you need to make a smart purchase. Once your budget is locked down, it's time to get serious. This means getting a real mortgage pre-approval, not just a casual pre-qualification. A pre-approval is a lender's written commitment to loan you a specific amount after they put your finances under a microscope. It tells sellers you are a credible buyer and gives you a massive advantage. Don't just go to your bank, shop around with at least 3 lenders to find the best rate. At the same time, assemble your professional team. Buying a home alone is a terrible idea. You need a top-notch real estate agent who knows the local market, a fantastic mortgage lender, a thorough home inspector, and possibly a real estate attorney. This team is your defense, providing the expert advice that you need that's unbiased and that can separate the emotion from the business of buying a home. Now, if you forgot everything else in this video, please remember this. Never, ever, ever, ever skip the home inspection. I don't care if the home is brand new. I don't care if the seller is your favorite uncle. Get an inspection. Waiving the inspection to make your offer look better is one of the biggest and most dangerous gambles you can take. A professional home inspector is your private investigator. Their job is to find the secrets a house might be hiding under a fresh coat of paint. They'll check the big ticket items, the roof, foundation, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. They're looking for scary stuff like bad wiring, foundation cracks, or signs of water damage that could become massive. Budget-destroying disasters. Many inspectors now use advanced tools like thermal cameras to spot hidden leaks or drones to get a perfect view of a steep roof. That inspection report is one of your most powerful tools. It gives you the power to go back to the seller and negotiate for repairs, ask for price credits, or if the problems are just too big, walk away from the deal completely, saving you from financial nightmare. That inspection fee can save you thousands or even tens of thousands down the road. Not all mortgages are created equal. Getting the right loan for your specific situation can save you thousands. Beyond the conventional loan, which often requires a higher credit score and down payment, there are government-backed options you must know about. FHA loans, for example, are insured by the Federal Housing Administration and are amazing for first-time home buyers because they allow for lower credit scores and a down payment as low as 3.5%. If you're a veteran, service member, or an eligible surviving spouse, a VA loan is a game changer, often requiring no down payment and no mortgage insurance at all. Many states and cities also offer first-time home buyers assistance programs that can help with your down payment and closing costs. Overlooking these programs is a huge mistake that can cost you dearly. If you want a deep dive into the FHA 203K loan and how it works, I've got an in-depth video with a mortgage expert who breaks down the entire process. Check the link in the description below. Right, now we can finally start thinking about the actual house. But before you get lost scrolling through gorgeous listings online, you've got to separate your must-haves from your nice-to-haves. Make a physical list. How many bedrooms do you absolutely need? Is a yard non-negotiable for the dog? Is a home office a deal breaker for your remote job? Once you know your must-haves, you can filter everything else out. This stops you from wasting time and energy on homes that were never going to work for your life. But remember, the house is only half of it. You're also buying a neighborhood. Don't fall in love with a property without first falling in love with the area. And I don't mean just driving through it once. Go visit at least 3 different times throughout the day on different days of the week. You should know things like, what is the traffic like at 8 a.m.? Is it dead quiet, or is it a party zone on Saturday night? Chat with people walking their dogs or grabbing their mail. Ask them what they love about living there and what drives them crazy. A perfect house in the wrong neighborhood will never, ever feel like home. Now let's talk about the down payment. Remember, it's just the entry fee. One of the biggest shocks for first-time buyers is the wave of other expenses that hits after your offer is accepted, but before you even get the keys. These are the additional costs that you incur. Closing costs, which can easily be 2 to 5% of the home's purchase price and cover a whole buffet of fees. Lender fees, appraisal fees, title insurance, prepaid property taxes, and more. On a $400,000 home, that could be an extra $20,000 you need to have ready. You have to budget for these expenses. And the expenses don't just stop on closing day. The second you get those keys, you are responsible for every single thing that breaks inside that home. The water heater that decides to die a month after you move in, the dishwasher that suddenly floods your brand new kitchen. This is why having a separate, dedicated emergency fund for your home isn't just a nice idea. It's a non-negotiable part of being a responsible homeowner. Being house poor, where every last penny you have is tied up in the house itself, is a recipe for constant stress. Before you close, you will receive a stack of documents. Do not just sign them. This paperwork contains mission-critical intelligence. 2 of the most important are the seller's disclosure and the preliminary title report. The seller's disclosure is where the seller must reveal any known issues with the property, like a past roof leak, foundation issues, or pest problems. It's a starting point for your investigation. The preliminary title report is even more crucial. It's a legal history of the property. It tells you if there are any liens, which are debts attached to the property, easements, means giving someone else the right to use your land, or other restrictions that could affect your ownership. Ignoring this report is like buying a car without checking to see if it's been stolen. Review every line with your agent or attorney. Buying a home is an amazing milestone, and it absolutely should be an exciting adventure. By following the 7-point checklist, you can transform it from a journey filled with anxiety into one where you feel empowered and confident. Let's do a quick recap. Get real with your money and make a budget that you can actually live with. Secure a mortgage pre-approval and build your professional team. Never, ever, 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 ever skip the home inspection. Research all of your loan options, including government-backed programs. Define what you truly need and become a detective in your target neighborhood. Budget for all hidden costs like closing fees and future repairs. Finally, review all seller disclosures and title reports carefully. Buying a home should be exciting, but it also should be smart. By following these 7 steps, you'll not only protect your investment, but also avoid the biggest homebuyer mistakes. If you're ready to dive deeper, I have tons of tips that can help you protect your investment. Just make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave with any questions you have down below. And remember, if you're looking for a FHA 203K loan, don't forget to watch my full breakdown with the mortgage expert in the link in the description below. Let's make sure your next home purchase is your best one yet. See you in the next video.